Morning. Today we are going to see Shakespeare's Sonnet 29. William Shakespeare was a renowned playwright and actor born in 1564 in Stratford upon Avon. His birthday is most commonly celebrated on 23rd April. When was Shakespeare born? Which is also believed to be the date he died in 1616. Shakespeare was a prolific writer during the Elizabethan and Jacobean ages of British theatre, sometimes called the English Renaissance or the early modern period. Shakespeare's plays are perhaps his most enduring legacy, but they are not at all he wrote. Shakespeare's poems also remain popular to this day. Now we are going to see Sonnet 29. When in disgrace with fortune and men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate. The emotional state of the speaker in Sonnet 29 is one of depression. In the first line, he assumes himself to be in disgrace with fortune, meaning he has been having bad luck. He also feels in disgrace with men's eyes, implying that the general public looks on him unfavorably. This could be real or imagined, but it is enforced in line 2 when he bemoans his outcast state. Here, state refers to a state of being, and in this case, he is cast out from society. Lines 3 and 4 make allusion of Jobs of the Old Testament in the Bible, who was cast out into a dung heap and called to a God who didn't listen. The poet finds himself in the same situation. Heaven personified is God, and in this case, he is deaf, making the poet's cries bootless or useless. The idea of cursing one's fate also breakness to Jobs, who cursed himself after falling out of God's favor. Wishing me to one more rich in hope, feature like him, with the friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy contented least. The speaker finds himself envying what others have, and in lines 5 to 9, he sees almost everyone as having something he lacks. He wishes to be like one more rich in hope, perhaps meaning hopeful or literary wealthy. Featured like him refers to someone who is handsome with beautiful features, and another is with friends possessed or popular, unlike the poet. In line 7, he envies the artistic talent of one man and the opportunities offered someone else. Yet in these thoughts myself almost despising, happy I think on thee, and then my state, like to the lark at break of day arising, from sullen earth sings hymns at heaven's gate. The simile of a lark is developed in lines 10 to 12 when the speaker describes the effect that a thought of his love has on his state or emotional well being. The fact that the lark arises from the sullen earth at daybreak of implies that the day is much happier than the night. Daybreak is compared to the dawning of the thought of the beloved. As the lark sings hymns to heaven's gate, so the poet's soul is invigorated with the thought of the fair Lord, and seems to sing to the sky with ingenuated hope. For thy sweet love remembered such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my state with kings. The final couplet of Sonnet 29 declares that his joyfulness brought about by a thought of the fair Lord is enough to convince the speaker that he is better off than royalty. Here, state is a pun. It carries the meaning of emotional well being as it did earlier in the poem and suggests that the love of the fair Lord makes the speaker so happy that all the wealth of their king would not be better. But it also refers to a nation or a king. Thank you.